Hey guys, welcome back to the Shire. My name is Rebecca and I'm a stay-at-home mom and an online reseller across 6 different platforms. If you're interested in those platforms, you can check out my description and learn all about them. Today we're going to do part 4 of my Death to the Death Pile series. If you're new to the channel, my Death to the Death Pile series is my challenge to get everything in my death pile listed by the time yard sale season starts, which is around April. So currently it is January 25th, 2022. So I have just a little bit over 2 months to finish everything in my death pile. This is the pile of things that I have left that are out here. There's still a few things in the closet. We're gonna not worry about those right now. We're just gonna focus on this pile for now. So if you've been following along, you know that in the beginning I was doing 10 new items each week to photograph and list. And then last week I actually upped it from 10 to 12. And this week I'm going to go just a little bit more and bump it up to 15. I do think 15 is going to be my max, but we're going to just try to push and see how many we can get done. Before we get into the haul of my 15 items that I'm going to photograph this week, I want to talk about something called FOMO. Now, if you're not familiar with what FOMO is, it is F-O-M-O. It stands for fear of missing out. I think this is something that a lot of resellers tend to talk about because in our business, you're always trying to look for something that is at the lowest price you can get it so you can sell it at the highest price you can sell it for. And a lot of times that means you're finding things kind of by chance. So you don't want to miss any opportunities to find an item that you could get for low cost of goods and sell for a high profit. So FOMO really struck me this past week. Since I'm doing this Death to the Death Pile challenge, I am not sourcing any new items on my own. I have been given a few things and I'll touch on something that's going to be in this week's photograph lineup later. But other than that, I am not going to any thrift stores. There aren't any yard sales right now anyway, but I'm not going to any yard sales. I'm not going to the bins. I'm not even doing anything online or retail arbitrage at the moment. I'm just trying to get all of the items that I have listed, or at least get down to maybe 1 box or 2 of these totes before I add to it. Because I mean, that's the whole point of selling things, right? Like, you can't just source things and then not list them because nobody can buy them if you don't list them. So obviously I need to get this stuff listed or I'm not going to be able to make any money. I've had 2 instances in this past week that gave me major FOMO, gave me major fear of missing out. Like, I was going to miss a really good deal. So the first one is actually something that's been going on for maybe just the whole month of January. I can't remember exactly when it started, but there is a children's consignment shop that's maybe an hour from me. I've only been there maybe 2 times, so I think once personally and then once to sell some items, but they are liquidating. So since they're liquidating, they are having a whole bunch of sales. I just got a notification this morning that all of their regular price items are now 50 to 70% off. And they have maternity clothes as well as children's clothing. They don't do men's goods and they don't do just women's regular clothing. They only do it if it's maternity. The problem with this is I do sell children's clothes and I've been in their store, so I know they have some really good things in there. But I am trying so hard to not go there and try to take a whole bunch of items at a really good clearance deal because I still have all this stuff to list. And it does make me sad because I'm like, there could be something really good that could make me a lot of money. I mean, I sold that children's Patagonia coat for $75, you know, earlier, or I guess at the end of 2021. So kids' clothes can make some good money depending on what you pick up and if you know what you're picking up. My second FOMO of this past week was I actually saw on Facebook that a not super local, but once again probably about an hour away, church was doing an indoor yard sale, and it was just last weekend. I didn't go, but once again I get that major FOMO, like, oh, church yard sales usually have really good prices, and I don't know if how well it was advertised, so it might not have been a lot of competition. It was indoors, which is great since it's so cold out right now. And I held back. I didn't go, but I really wanted to go. And this is kind of one of the reasons I'm doing this whole challenge is like, you know, you don't want to pass up these opportunities, but I can't justify going and doing that. Like, where would I even put this stuff? I just had to stack it on top of my boxes. It doesn't make sense. So I know that there's going to be many more opportunities out there. I know we're coming up on some really good weather. So we'll have good weather, good yard sales, hopefully, which is my main source for the goods I sell. And I'm hoping for some really good stuff. There's also our Goodwill, not in my town. We don't have anything in my town. I have them in a really tiny rural town, so nothing is here. But the towns nearby, there was a Goodwill in one location, and it's actually my hometown, but it was in the southern end of my hometown. And now they actually closed just before Christmas, and they're going to be reopening at some point this year. Probably, they did say January, I think, but I haven't seen any updates from them. But they're supposed to be opening again now in the northern end, and it's literally like a 2-minute drive from my parents' house. And I'm just envisioning dropping the kids at my parents' and going to Goodwill. And I'm sure they're gonna have some kind of crazy sale going on when they reopen. And I know I cannot go if I still have all this stuff to list. So I mean, I don't have a time frame for that. I don't know when they're gonna reopen. But once again, it's why I need to get all this stuff done. So let me know in the comments, do you experience FOMO? Is there a big event that you've missed because you just couldn't justify going? Or do you just go when you have the opportunity? I know in yard sales, it's like yard sale season. If I drive past a yard sale and don't stop, it's just like, ugh, I might have missed something. And it's so hard, especially with little kids. I have a baby and a toddler, and I am not about to drag them out of car seats to go look through a yard sale. So it is really, really hard now for me to not stop at those, but I just can't justify doing it, and it would not be a good time for any of us if I had to take 2 of them out with me every time I saw a yard sale. Okay, enough about FOMO. Let's get into the thrift haul for this death pile for this week. So this week I have, once again, one hard good. I know I said at the very beginning that I did all my hard goods and got them out of the way, and that's true. But people keep bringing me more hard goods and I don't want to store them. I'm not trying to add to this pile. So whenever I get a new hard good, I'm just going to process it immediately, get it put in my totes, and be able to move on. So we have one hard good, 5 pairs of bottoms. One is actually like a relist, and I'll explain that when I get to it. And then I have 9 tops. Now last week I did 12 items, and honestly I got really burnt out once I got to the tops. I'm hoping that's just because they were like my personal items and they weren't that exciting. They weren't things I picked up to sell, but I'm really hoping that does not happen again. I did all of my items, photographed them all in one shot, which I think is working better for me to batch work it that way right now, and then I can just work on listing them throughout the week. But I was already getting burnt, and that's not a good sign when I have this much left. And also, just so you know, this cardboard box is kind of the box I'm working out of right now. So these still look the same because I'm working out of this box first to get all my tops out. And then this bottom tote is the one that has the bottoms in it, like the pants and stuff. So this one's actually half empty now, and I'm still working out of that one. This one has tops in it, but I haven't gotten into that box yet. So we will be going from this one, and then we'll move up to there. Let me know if you have a good strategy for not getting burnt out when you're doing, you know, 10 shirts in a row or whatever it may be. How do you keep from getting tired? Because I feel like I move much slower once I get bored and tired. So let me know what your strategies are for that. Okay, let me show you what we've got. So the first item is the hard good, and it is actually a Christmas ornament, but I don't think that's particularly gonna matter. It might sit till next Christmas, but I don't necessarily think it's going to. So this is actually a Harley Davidson Christmas ball. And it was given to me by my mother-in-law. She actually worked at Harley Davidson for a little while. And she said, I think she was just like, oh, I'm probably just gonna get rid of this unless you want it. And I said, yes, I want it. I don't know how much this might sell for, but I love selling Harley stuff. It usually sells really well for me. Not necessarily like always for a ton, but there's just a lot of Harley collectors and enthusiasts out there. This is from 2008, but there's nothing wrong with it, and I don't know, I'd have to look and see what it might go for, but if anyone's interested in a Harley ball, let me know. The first bottoms item that we have is this pair of Under Armour compression capris, like legging capris. I've had these listed actually for like over a year, and I had not been able to sell them. I don't know if it's because they're cropped. I don't understand. I mean, they're heat gear, they're compression, it's Under Armour, they're in amazing condition, they're a size medium. Like, I just felt like they would sell like really fast, and they have not. I know I dropped them down to $18. They might have gone lower, but I haven't even had that much interest on them. So a family member of mine actually saw them and was like, hey, I was interested in those. So I gave them to her, but she tried them on and they didn't fit. So I had already actually delisted them and everything, which is probably dumb on my part. But given that they've been sitting so long, I honestly don't mind starting over, taking pictures again, and just giving them like a completely new start. Run comps on them. They have like this mesh panel inlay, kind of goes like that. I just think they're really nice. So I don't know. I know more now than I did when I listed these originally, as far as like looking up comps and everything. So hopefully these sell this time around. My next item is a pair of jeans. These are brand new with tags, Calvin Klein jeans. And these are a high-rise boot cut, which I believe is everything that is in style right now. And they are a size 24. It says they retailed originally for $69.50. So I got these off of Facebook Marketplace. Now, I don't typically source off Facebook Marketplace for many reasons I'll probably go into in a future video, but the person I bought these off of was in like a local mom's buy-sell trade group, and she actually had a different item that I purchased for my dad for Christmas, and she also had these and some other bags and stuff. Like, there was a Victoria's Secret tote bag and like a Victoria's Secret like reusable kind of tote bag, and I think 2 other things. But she was asking only $10 for these, which I didn't think was bad given they're brand new. I've never sold Calvin Klein jeans, so I don't know how that'll do. But between this and the Victoria's Secret tote, it was like a sequin tote bag. It's still listed if you want to check it out. But I split that, and basically these were $5 and that was $5. And I thought that was like a decent cost of goods for each of those items. So we'll see how these do. They're a tiny size, so it might take a little bit to sell. Next we have this pair of black American Eagle jeans. These are the super stretch skinny jeans, and they're in a size 2. They're just like a regular zip fly, there's no button fly or anything. And I thought that they had like some factory distressing. Like right here. I thought this was factory distressing, but I just looked these over and I don't see any distressing anywhere else. So now I'm not so sure, but I'll just mark them as distressed and make sure I show that in the photos. I think I got these at a yard sale, probably for $1 or less. And I've had pretty good luck selling like regular American Eagle blue jeans, like no matter if they were high rise, low rise, no matter what the size was. I can usually sell them between $15 and $20, and they don't typically take that long. And I think the black will do just as well. Here's what their tag looks like if you're not familiar. And it says skinny. But I haven't tried black jeans, so I think they'll do well. I've tried colored jeans. I've heard colored pants are coming back this year. I don't know if that's true, but I know any kind of colored pants I've had in the past. They just do not sell. Like everything around them will sell, but the colored American Eagle jeans will not sell. So I'm expecting somewhere between 15 and 20 for these. Next was a thrift store pickup. These are a pair of 5'11" tactical pants. And they're actually a women's pant. They're in like the olive drab green color. They're size 20 regular. And they have the style number right there, so I'll have to look up and see what they're actually called. But I picked these up, let's see, my tag says $6.99. So like I said, I bought these a while ago. I have all the stuff written down in my spreadsheet, but these either cost me $7 or $3.50. And I picked them up because they're 5'11s. So if you're not aware, I was in the Army for a while, and I also was an EMT. So I know that 5'11 is a good brand. I wore 5'11, not in the Army because he wouldn't give us something that nice. But I did have 5'11 like tactical EMS pants that they called them for when I was an EMT. And they're a good brand. A lot of people who, you know, work security or do like gun competitions, they'd like something like this. And it doesn't look like they've really been worn, barely at all. But they're in great condition, tons of pockets, tons of extra loops. So I'm not sure. I know I comped these, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. So they must have been worth something when I looked them up. Our last pair of bottoms for this week is this pair of Levi's jeans. These are a women's size 8 medium. It says they're the slender boot cut 526 jeans. Now I think that these were actually mine, and I'm assuming they don't fit anymore since they're in my pile, because these look like a jean I would still wear. So I'm assuming they don't fit. They kind of look a little bit big. So that was probably the problem, or maybe they were a little bit short. But I know Levi's can do pretty decent. They have a good following. I don't know about the 526, but once again, these are boot cut. Boot cut apparently is more in style right now. So we'll see what we get out of those. Moving on to the tops, I have a couple that were mine, just like in the last haul. Things I pulled out of my closet over the last year that I'm going to try to sell before I just donate. So the first item is this, it's like a hoodie, but it's lightweight. It's really super soft. It actually was a set. It didn't come as a set, but like I bought it as a set. So I have the bottom still because I like this, but I just never wear the top. And like, the bottoms are black too, so when I wear the full thing, I just feel like a really weird ninja vibe. I don't like it. I don't know. But this is just Target, Gilligan, and O'Malley. They make like sleepwear typically. And it's a size medium. I actually bought this whole set when I was pregnant with my first and wore it home from the hospital. But I don't wear the top, so we'll see what we can get out of that. Next is another item that was mine. It's this nice little vest. It's quilted, but it's not thick. And it has that like swishy kind of material on the outside, but the inside is fleece lined. So it's really soft. It's really nice. Love the purple color. This was Van Heusen, which I think is sold at like Kohl's. And don't quote me on that. I think it's Kohl's. But this is a size small. Just another piece I don't really wear anymore. It has pockets on the front too. Another piece from my closet is this sweater. This is from Coldwater Creek and it's size medium, says 10 to 12. It's like this nice oatmeal color. And it's just kind of like speckled with a V-neck in the front. I bought this and wore this when I was pregnant, and it just looks too baggy on me not pregnant. So I don't know if I'm going to be pregnant again, but if I am, I feel like my style will probably change, and you don't know if it's going to be in winter or not. So either way, I'm just gonna pass this along for now. I think this is the last piece that was mine. This is just a really basic Old Navy, like knit lightweight sweater. It's like in this turquoise, bluish color. It's just really basic, really simple. Maybe 10 bucks. We'll have to see. So this item is actually a kids item, and I have all the other kids items put in a different box that's in my closet, but this one is a hoodie, so there might be some other more wintry pieces in there. I don't think there are, but I know I pulled this one just because it's a sweatshirt. So this is a kid's Puma hoodie. It's like this pinkish orange color, because it's more pink, like a fluorescent pink almost. And this is in a size 4. I think it runs a little bit small. My son's in a 4T, or he just has a really big head. His head would not fit through the hole. That's what the tag looks like. I don't know how Puma does for kids, but I just thought it was cute, so this should be a really quick and easy piece to photograph. And I think I got this maybe in a box of hand-me-downs. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I picked this up on my own. Okay, so I sort of lied. This piece is kind of from my closet. This is a Cuddle Duds brand zip-up jacket. I bought this from a yard sale down the road. If you've seen my other videos, I keep saying there was a yard sale down the road and they were moving and a bunch of things were $1. Same yard sale. There was another Cuddle Duds piece too. I actually picked this up for myself. I wore it like twice and the arms were just like a little bit too short on me, so my closet or to resell, I forget how I have it marked. We'll have to see if I marked it as, like if something's from my closet, I just mark it as 0 cost of goods because I got use out of it first and it's a personal item. I don't remember how I marked this, so we'll have to see hopefully once it sells. But it's just a purple jacket and it has this like Sherpa collar and it's a size medium. This next piece is actually a men's piece, and I got this at, there's like a fairgrounds near me that has, I don't know if they do it once a year or how often, but I'm pretty sure it went like in May of last year for my birthday. It was just like the fairgrounds had basically all yard sales, a bunch of vendors or people who were brought their personal items to sell to these fairgrounds, and that's where I picked this up at. This is a men's like quarter zip Under Armour sweatshirt. It's in great condition. It's just gray, no pockets. My husband actually really liked it and tried to squeeze into it, but he is not a medium. He would be a large. Here's the tag. It says it's a loose fit and it's cold gear. I think the loose fit is why he thought maybe he could fit into it, but it was a little too compressing. This piece is my attempt at selling vintage. Now there's some things that are very obviously vintage that, you know, would be desirable for people. And then there's things that are a little more niche, I feel like. So this is a sweatshirt I got at a yard sale in my town. I feel like I paid like 50 cents for this or something. The brand is Fieldmaster and it's a made in the USA extra extra large sweatshirt. I'll show you the tag and then I'll show you the whole item. You can see the tag is definitely older. Made in USA. But it's this like, I don't even know. It's in like an outdoorsy, woodsy theme. It says outdoorsman. Has a buck. It says Fieldmaster. I don't know. I know I looked this up and like I'm pretty sure there were some sold maybe around the $30 range. I don't know. I mean, it has like normal wash wear. It's not like stained or have holes or anything like that, but I don't know. If you have more experience selling something like this, let me know. And let me know, like, is there a good way to tag these things other than vintage? I don't know. I thought it looked cool though, and for the price, I thought I'd give it a shot. The last item we have is a Victoria's Secret pink zip up jacket, the hoodie, got the hood. It's white and gray. I looked this thing over so many times because I just don't trust white and I always think there's gonna be a stain. I didn't find anything. It says pink over here, has the dog on the chest. It's pink on the other sleeve as well. It's really lightweight and like fleecy on the inside. You can see that. And this is a size small. And this is actually from 2015, so it's a bit of an older piece, but I don't know. I feel like there's controversy over whether Victoria's Secret pink is a good brand to pick up or not. If you follow me on Instagram or you have seen my more recent videos, I had a Victoria's Secret pink plush robe, and that robe I listed it at $25, and then someone offered me $20 literally in less than 5 minutes on Poshmark. And I actually did wait it out almost all day just because I was like, wow, someone liked it that quickly. Maybe, and there were a lot of likes on it throughout the day too. I was like, maybe someone else will just buy it outright. And they didn't, so I accepted it because if I listed at $25, that means that I probably would have sent offers of like $22 or $20. So I sold that really quick. And aside from the like tote bag I have, which actually isn't Victoria's Secret pink, it's just Victoria's Secret, all my other pink stuff has actually sold like pretty quickly. I know some people are saying it doesn't sell for a lot, but it sells fast. I mean, I'm not selling things for like 50 bucks, but I know I sold like a new with tags t-shirt last year, I think it was, for like $30 within like an hour of listing it. Actually, I'm pretty sure it sold on 2 platforms at the same time essentially, and I had to cancel one of them. It was like Poshmark and Mercari or something like that. But I still like picking up Victoria's Secret pink if it's in good condition, and I'm sure this was $1 or less at a yard sale. This was not from a thrift store. So that's everything I'm going to be working on to list this week. And if you didn't catch it earlier, I just said about Instagram. I had an Instagram account over a year ago, and I stopped doing it. I didn't close it down or anything. I just stopped posting and everything. But I just revived it this past week, and I'm going to be posting just random things throughout the day over there. You'll be able to see when something sells. If it's something exciting to list, I'll do that. Like I just posted about how I was listing my first pair of Lululemon like pants. They called them pants. They're like crop pants, but it's the only Lululemon I've ever found. So that was exciting. So I posted over there in my stories, and you can also check out my other posts. Just kind of a more relaxed, when I have something to share, then I'll share it there. So if you want to go over there, I'm still TheCozyShire over there as well. And it should be in my description. You can go and click the link. And if you're not subscribed here, please go ahead and hit subscribe and join me on this death to the death pile journey that we're on. You can go back and watch the first couple videos to get caught up if you'd like. And if not, that's fine too. They don't need to see all the other ones to know where we're at now. We're working on this pile of stuff behind me. And if you did hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit the bell notification. It'll let you know every time I upload a new video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you enjoyed it and would really help my channel out. I'm currently posting a video over here every Wednesday evening, and it's usually around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the time zone I'm in. But since January is about to end this coming Monday, I will be having an extra video probably the second week of February. That will be a what sold video, and I'll go over everything that sold in January of 2022. After that what sold, I plan to do a what sold every 2 weeks instead of once a month, so you'll have some extra content. And that's all I have for this video. See you in the next one. Bye!